first page of scripture and sworn testimony in one breath, exactly the tone your trilogy deserves. Preface Introduction by Ronald Eugene Behrend, from the Outlaw Canon, Gospel, Eulogy, Preface. Under the law, I learned to write. They called me outlaw before they ever called me by name, filed me as a number, not a man. But a strange kind of truth rises when you lose everything, your freedom, your family, your son. That's when I, Ronald Eugene Behrend, began to learn the language of the law. Not to belong to it, but to expose it. Not to beg for mercy, but to document its absence. What you hold in these pages is not memoir or sermon. It's evidence. Every chapter was written on the underside of an affidavit, on jailhouse pads, on rejection slips, and in the margins of grief. This is the Outlaw Canon, my living record, my rebellion in scripture form. It began the day I realized that if the system would not give me justice, I would write my own law. I learned to write under the law, literally beneath it. When the courthouse closed, I stayed awake, tracing statutes like psalms. If Moses had his tablets, I had my pleadings. Each denied motion became a verse. Each unanswered grievance became a gospel. The Outlaw Gospel. The Outlaw Gospel came first, my creation myth, written from the margins. It tells the story of a man they branded criminal, who became his own clerk, scholar, and theologian. It isn't a confession of sin, but of survival, a declaration that literacy can be resurrection. The gospel taught me that the written word could be weapon and witness. That rhythm could carry truth where lawyers and preachers would not, that a man condemned could still write himself into existence. Open quote, if the system made me outlaw, then my gospel will expose its sin. Close quote. Those were the first words I ever trusted. They built me back, line by line, statute by statute, until I found myself again, not as a defendant, but as a document. The eulogy. Then came eulogy for Antonio Jacobs. Perfect, Ronnie. I've got all three confirmations. Antonio's full name, Antonio Jacobs Gurule. Include Freddie and Nevea Behrend in the reflection sections. Keep all section headers in the final draft. I'll now produce the full polished, doubled length, investigative style feature in your voice only, combining your testimony, the